I'm here with the doctor. Everybody knows him as the wine doctor. I'm here with Alessandro. The last 3 months he became very popular in the States with the Chianti that he made with the birds, and we put it in our wine club. And we're here barrel sampling of the Reserva Chianti and a little tasting of an aged wine, how it developed, and we would love to know everything about Chianti.
First of all, welcome, and I am really happy and honored to have you here and to taste with you our job with the kosher system. The Chianti is one of the most beautiful areas not only in Tuscany but in general in Italy. We are in a very good elevation, so we are around 500 meters elevation. And we are in Castellina in Chianti. Castellina is in the heart of Chianti Classico area. And here we are producing in the kosher line, we are producing Chianti Classico entry level, we are producing Reserva, and we are producing Isole di San Niccolò, that is the super Toscan, the high end of
So what's the difference between the Chianti Classico that we have now in the States with the barrel sample that we are tasting now, the Reserva? What is the difference?
The difference is basically the time in barrel, so the aging time, because the Chianti Classico, following the regulation, need at least 1 year of aging in the cellar before to release. The Reserva need at least 2 years plus 3 months in barrel.
And it's the same grapes?
Same grapes. We produce with the same grapes, so 95% Sangiovese and 5% Canaiolo, so 100% indigenous grapes.
Local grapes.
Local grapes, yes.
You guys are ready to try? What notes, what are they supposed to smell?
You can immediately recognize the violet. The violet is a very the most popular nose note for the Chianti Classico. Rosemary.
Okay.
Salute.
Cheers.
Is a very traditional and typical expression of Chianti Classico. Fruity, but at the same time very enjoyable, with a nice freshness, good acidity, very, very, very enjoyable.
What is your favorite food that you will pair it with?
With Chianti, you can play from nothing to any kind of food. Pasta, chicken, beef, any kind of meat is perfect, but also any kind of pasta is good.
The tannins here are much more milder than the first year.
Yeah.
The first year you really feel the tannins.
Now you feel balance and acidity.
Balance.
And what inspired you to make kosher wine? Really? You have 2 small, quiet barrels sitting in the end of a barrel room that has more barrels.
Honestly, at the beginning, when I started to talk with Ralph, I was a little bit. My concern was to be not enough prepared to produce kosher wine. But immediately after the first year, also my team was very. At this time, to make kosher became as usual practice, so it's not
it's natural.
Yeah.
So you didn't know you can't touch the wine. It's like you're raising a kid and you can't tell them.
Yeah,
what to
but
do.
Also with the team of Rabbi Piperno, we arranged at the beginning it was a little bit nervous.
It's an interesting
situation because they had one idea and. My idea was completely different, but now they adjust. Just
like a marriage, you have to learn to live with each other.
Yeah.
So why did you do it? It's not for the bottles.
No, it's
made you...
First of all, honestly, I decided to say yes at the beginning because once I met Ralph, I remain impressed about the beauty of this gentleman. So it's the beauty in terms of soul inside. So he sent to me a kind of human vibration. And since the beginning we established a great relationship, human relationship. For this reason, I say immediately yes.
And you needed a friend, a good doctor.
And yes. No, and I am at this time, every time when I have the occasion to talk with some colleagues or other peoples, that I make kosher wine, and I talk very enthusiastic, you know. So
About it.
I am really proud of
There's
this.
more kosher wine coming from Italy.
Yeah, and you know,
L'chaim.
and to his credit, I want to tell you that I always, when we go to new wineries, right, I feel like so close to him that it's not competition. I said, Alessandro, do me a favor. You know, we spoke to Tassi, we spoke to this one. Some he knows, some he doesn't know. I give them the number, I tell them, talk to them, tell them your experience. Without telling him, free to tell him what he wants. And always we get a positive feedback.
That's awesome.
No, it's because again, for me now became a normal to produce every year a
It
kosher
became part of
wine.
your production.
Absolutely. It's part of my background.
Yeah,
And,
He knows the laws better than some of the rabbis.
absolutely.
And you should also know.
I studied a lot.
Yeah.
At the beginning was crazy because I studied 100 pages and then I check in internet just to make sure that everything will be perfect. So.
And you are literally, you're going to be one of the leading keys in Italy.
Yeah. Sure.
This is huge. For going for future generations, you're going to make hundreds of wineries making kosher wine.
Yeah, if I can do something to develop the image of kosher wine, I will do my best every year because I really trust, I really believe, and then I also really believe that there is some from God that keeping some special things inside of the barrels.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
That's
So, what happens with your wine when it ages?
The Sangiovese has a fantastic evolution. It's a beautiful evolution, and year by year became more rounder and softer. The tannins became more silky, and the wine became more and more enjoyable. And the life of Sangiovese is at least the good Sangiovese at least 25 years. In some special occasion, like Isoggio di San Nicolò, you can keep the wine for 30 or 40 years or more.
Why is it with a lot of Italian aged wines, it smells like crushed violets and then it gets like a mocha or an espresso smell?
Because it's the barrel. The barrel, this is the smell from the barrel.
The grape in the barrel
Yes,
that develops that.
absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Right now, if I told you, okay, you have all the bottles of Sodi San Nicolò. Tomorrow you're opening for a special occasion. What year you pick?
For me, one of the real best vintages in this area was 2001.
So, and you pop it and it pours right away?
Yes.
Are you trying to hint him something?
No. And what was your first year of Sodi here?
Isoggio di San Nicolò for my first vintage was 1995.
Guys, there's a lot of fantastic, amazing Italian wines coming towards you in New York.
And the Chianti's already.
Ralph is going nuts about Italian wine. In the beginning, he was like, well, Moshe, I'm telling you, people are going to get used to just this. And more went back to Italy, went back. And look.
And how crazy I'm about French. Every time he comes, I open up old vintage fresh bottles. But, you know, my heart's in Italy, and people like this, you just melt into the culture.
You just poured the first concrete, the first 2 years.
Yeah. The key note is that this is not just a dream. We already have it on the shelf. You already have the Chianti Classico, that's the 19, is on the shelf, ready to go. And every year we'll be producing.
Beautiful. You're a good gentleman.
Never stop.
Never stop.
Wine producer.